today's video, we are going to be covering 3 of the most impressive workouts we have ever seen. One by Nico Young, as he was becoming a high school running legend. The next by Centrowitz after his 1500 meter Olympic gold medal in Rio. And the third is where the title for this video, Impossible Workouts, comes from, because it is beyond comprehension, and is by one of the most mysterious athletes in history, Daniel Komen, the 3000 meter world record holder. And since this is part 3 of the Impossible Workouts series, the first 2 episodes are linked below. Comment which you think is the most impressive and any other workouts that you think you should be featured in this series. Nico Young's workout was early in 2020, whilst Nico was still at Newbury Park High School. And for some added context, Nico was 17 and the workout was completely solo, and this workout wasn't done in super spikes. The workout was 1600 meters, 3 minutes rest, 800 meters, 2 minutes rest, 1600 meters, 3 minutes rest, and finished with another 800 meters. Even though Nico Young's form is still known for looking like he's constantly running at his top speed, back in high school, Nico looked as if he was fading due to fatigue. After going out in a 61 for the first 400 meters, still having 1200 meters to go on the first rep, Nico was already looking like this, so don't let his technique deceive you. Nico finished the first mile rep in 4:10, which averages at just over 62 seconds a lap. In the 800, Nico went through in 61 seconds again, but was told to slow down and finished in 2:07.
You're a little quick though, you're 61!
And after the 800 meters, the rest was only 2 minutes, which isn't a long time, especially in a workout like this. In the second 1600 meters, Nico goes out again in a 61, and again his form makes him look as if he's already right on the edge. Going through 800 meters in 2:05 and 1200 meters in 3:10, he was told to relax and cruise it in, still managing to run a 4:16 1600 meters. The last 800 meters, Nico was yet again told to relax and target 2:07 or 2:08.
Nico, after this 8 you're good, because your times are fast, you're good. We don't need to push you. There's no point in doing 800. So if you can run a 2:07, 2:08, that's perfect.
Okay. Finishing in 2:06, he completed the full workout in a 4:10 1600 meters, a 2:07 800 meters, a 4:16 1600 meters, and a 2:06 800 meters. This is obviously made much more impressive by the fact it was solo and the fact Nico was only 17 at the time. This workout was obviously a good indicator of fitness because 12 days later at the Millrose Games, Nico shattered the national 3000 meter indoor high school record by running 7:56, beating Drew Hunter's 7:59. Now second on the all-time list is his brother Lex Young, who ran a 7:57 indoors last season and still has another indoor season to try and break his older brother's record. This next workout is one you might be familiar with, and that is Centrowitz's 300 meters, float 100 meters. This workout was done in 2018, so again, no super shoes. A year and a half after Centrowitz won his 1500 meter Olympic gold medal, and whilst he was still coached by Alberto Salazar at the Oregon Project. On paper, the workout somewhat seems doable, but the more I think about it, the harder it seems. The target was a 47-second 300 meters with 20 seconds float 100 meters as recovery. So the 100 meters recovery was still at 5:20 per mile pace for 3200 meters, which was 8 laps. So that is 67 per 400 meters for 8 laps in a row, and it doesn't sound awful for an Olympic champion, but when 100 meters of that is at 80 seconds per lap pace, it gets a lot more difficult. The finishing time was 8:54 for the 3200 meters, with the full splits on the screen now. That was only part 1 of the workout. Next up, Matthew had to do a 3-mile run in 1920, which was prescribed as a run, not a jog, but still easy. And to finish it off, there was a 600 meters in 1:30, a 400 meters in 59, a 300 meters in 42, and a 200 meters in 28. And finally, a workout from Daniel Komen, who owns one of the craziest world records, which is the 3000 meters in a time of 7:20. He also holds the 2-mile world record and is the only person to run sub 8 minutes for the 2 miles. Komen's career faces a lot of suspicion because he suddenly dropped significantly in form whilst only being 24. Regardless of what people think, and if he was cheating or not, Komen was clearly a genetic miracle and has one of the most impressive techniques I have ever seen. This specific workout, Komen had a 1600 meters, 1200 meters, 800 meters, and a 400 meters, all with 3 minutes jog recovery. Like we mentioned earlier, 3 minutes isn't a long time for a lactate workout, and Komen ran a 3:54 1600 meters, a 2:53 1200 meters, a 1:54 800 meters, and a 55 400 metres. This is incomprehensible for me. Some professional milers struggle to run a 354 mile, never mind over 20 years ago, and not only that, it proves Coleman can casually run a 354 1600 metres and carry on with a workout still running ridiculously fast.